All right, good morning to all of you. Can you hear me loud and clear? If yes, give me a thumbs up or L and C, please. All right. Good morning to all. All right. Wow, good morning to you, Judy. It's been a long while since I last saw you. Okay, how's things? All good? Yeah, let's have some lunch together once again. We always have good lunch together. Okay, morning to you, Ray Yang. All right, morning to you, Dennis. Morning to you, Anthony. And morning to you, Peter. Okay, guys, as usual, right? The reason why we do the Trade with the Boys MAO on public view is because I got important information to share with you. So that's why we do it. If not, it's not right. We usually, for Tuesday to Thursday, we reserve for our students only. But because when things are so good itself, it's always good to share. And I always believe in sharing. And that's the reason why, despite my very busy schedule, despite all the things that I had to do, I will spend easily 3 to 5 hours every day to do the morning MAO. All right. So once again, guys, if you like what I share every morning, do like and share this right now. Okay. I'm going to do my part too, to share with my friends. Okay. I share to my group. Okay. Let me just put it up. Share this to another group of friends, the people in Cambodia. Go. Okay, all up. All right, morning to you, Allison, and good morning to you, Jerry. Okay, all right. Okay, guys, good morning. Let's go for our morning MAO right now. Okay, let's go, let's go. All right, now this morning, okay, guys, today's the 7th of April, 2022, and today we have a few things to talk about. Now, first of all, it's all right. Do you like this little picture that we just updated this morning? All right, does it look okay? Okay, this is my latest picture. Now, some people say that the previous one a little bit not so nice. The eyes not very nice, so we must get something much more warmer. So this is me, okay? All right. Traders going bonkers over the FOMC meeting minutes. Okay, now last night itself, right, not our TWB student, but in fact, traders who are on the forums. Now, last night at 2 a.m., we saw the Federal Reserve releasing the last FOMC minutes, okay, meeting minutes. And of course, when that happened itself, right, before that itself, the market already went crazy. And then after that itself, when the news came out, the market went nuts. And after that, the market recovered so strongly as if that the market doesn't care about news anymore. And the market sell off towards the end. I mean, there was really a crazy time. I was following some of the forums in the market, some telegrams, and I can tell you that it was such a laugh in a way because everybody was like basically running after the wind. And the best part is that every time they thought they got the right position, the market just swing them all out of it itself. Okay. All right. So once again, it's all right. You must understand the difference between myself. I'm not a financial blogger, okay? I don't even monetize our YouTube. To me, it's all right. I'm doing this because of 3 reasons. Number one, since I'm reading a lot from the financial news and all the different YouTubers, bloggers, and stuff like that, right? It's for my own purpose because I want to utilize it for my own trading, okay? Then, of course, I realized that this little information itself is so good. I think it's good to share. So I share with my students. So when my student tell me, Cal, your MAO is pretty good and is very different views, and then of course when from there itself, right, we can actually forecast the market potential direction. It becomes very rewarding. Now some financial bloggers or this financial people, they will look at the chart and tell you, okay, now market is uptrend, so likely go higher, or if you go break down, it go lower. But they don't tell you exactly what might be happening. They don't tell you what's global news right now. They tell you global news is what happened. You know, my point is just like what the mainstream media share. So it's kind of pointless because you need to go something much deeper. So I am those people who will go much deeper to find out what really happened. And from there, it's all right. We see whether can we have a link to basically link all the dots and see whether can we have a potential trade coming in. So that is what I do. So because of that, it's all right. More public member, when they saw our advertisement, they said that, Cal, can you do your MAO a bit like few times publicly so that more people can see how good you are, or also at least they can, verify or validate themselves and join us. Okay, so that was the 3 reasons. Okay, so once again, do understand this. Okay, all right. Now today we have Jim Cramer taking the bigger show. Jim Cramer is telling people not to sell. I repeat, Jim Cramer is telling people not to sell. Yeah, okay, that's very important. Then of course we have the Federal Reserve coming out the minutes. We'll talk about that shortly. And of course, because of the strong dollar right now, the dollar yen, the yen itself, right, is really coming off very fast and become the point of almost 127, 128 level. And this is not too good because if it's too hard, too low, it will cause a bit of depression. And that's the reason why the ex-BOJ bank executive is coming out and say something here. And of course, Tom Lee maintained his upside view and says that, right, he added some stocks, which call it as granny stocks. And these stocks itself are supposed to be good. So later on, we will have all this covered this morning. Okay, once again, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Okay, do note the way I look at the market itself, I'm using this thing called the New Age TA. That means that I'm not using the traditional way. So you don't see me putting stochastics, Bollinger Bands, MACD. You don't see all this. Now, occasionally you may see moving average, but even the moving average I'm using itself is very different from what the traditional guys are using. So my style of TA is non-conventional, non-traditional. It's a new age TA. It's looking at it from a very different angle. All right, so that's the reason why we may not be the most the crowd. I mean, we are not those people who can get a lot of crowd because people prefer the traditional and conventional. But you must understand a very important thing is this: 97% to 98% of people actually using those indicators don't really make money. That's why there's always many causes in the world. But if you notice that most trainer repeats, we use the same thing, but they use it in a different way to entice students. But end of the day, students don't really make money. But for us itself, right, we cannot say that all our students make money, but I would say that relatively, right, those who understand the essence of it are making money rather consistently. All right, so today I'll share with you more in a short while time. Let's go. Disclaimer apply as usual. As you know, my job is to share with you what I see from the market. Your job is to make money from the market with risk management. Yeah. Okay. Now, of course, every morning itself, I always have this joke of the day, and this morning joke is obviously itself is about this: whether the market itself is it discontinued. All right, this is very important, guys. Now, according to some people, they say that right, inflation now is no longer important. Right, you should discontinue it, disconnect it from interest rate. There's no way. It is connected. You cannot disconnect them itself. So the thing is this now, what is happening right now is that traders are telling people this, you know what, inflation is inflation, interest rate is interest rate. You put them separately. I think this is really very crappy. You cannot even say this at all. To me, it's very irresponsible. And of course, the best thing is this: although inflation will increase revenue, but it will hurt profit margin at the start. This is something that you must understand, that when you say this to people itself, right, you must take responsibility on this. So some trainers itself, right, actually what they do now is that when the market is good and up, they call for people to buy. And then when they buy itself, right, boom, the price goes down. And when the price goes down, they call for sell. Then when the price recover, they say that, oh, it's actually not what they meant. And, it repeats. I think it's very irresponsible, and I think that they should really put a position and standing. If they don't know how to do it properly, at least tell their students properly that, long haul, short haul, and then what can they do in between and stuff like that. Because I've been receiving a lot of messages on the site telling me that, my XYZ trainer and stuff, right, say this, say that, but then it didn't fulfill. To me, is that, guys, trading is the same thing, all right? If the market is uptrend, okay, you will have this type of thing happening. Let me just show you a simple one, okay? A quick one, just so, yeah? Make it simple. When the market is uptrend, right, there will be always periodic pullback like this. Okay, this is very normal. The market will pull back. And that is whereby if you believe that it's going to be uptrend, when the market is going up itself, right, you do not chase after it. You will actually have to wait for market to pull back first, then come into here to buy. put a stop loss here. That means that your risk reward ratio is only that little, okay, your risk. But I know that if the market is uptrend, generally speaking, it will cross above this area, right? So which means that, right, the profit margin now from the entry price to your target price minimally, the risk reward ratio is 1 to 3, 1 to 4. Now, like that itself, right, your risk is so little, but your potential profit is so much, it makes a lot of sense as a trader. So which means that, right, when you buy right here itself, you can see my drawing here, when you buy it right here, your risk is the lowest and your potential gain is the highest. And if it's an uptrend itself, right, the market by its own will go up by itself. But if you wait until the price goes up and enter at this point here itself, right, and thinking that it may go higher, then the next time the market pull back again, you will go through the same cycle once again. And if you do the same cycle again, well, what happened? You'll cut loss on the way down. And then the professional traders who are doing this again, they'll wait for the price to recover, enters here, as you can see over here, and then your stop loss is just only here. So again, their risk is only that little, but their potential gain itself can be as much as 2 to 3 times. So if you agree that this should be the right way to trade, press the word agree. Please press the word agree if you think that this is the right way to trade. So first of all, you must visualize the uptrend or downtrend. Second, you must have a strategy, which means that you do not chase after the market. You let the market come to you and then look for a good entry with a reasonable stop loss. And then from there itself, you enter accordingly. So it's the same thing when the market is a downtrend. You understand my point? Now, in a downtrend market itself, right, you do not chase when it's going down. You do not chase because it's pointless. Because you don't know how low will it go and the market may rebound against you, right? But when the market goes up itself, right, that is where your turn comes in. Let the market comes to you and then strategize and short it right here. So which means that now your stop loss is placed here. This is your risk, right? So now your potential gain could be as much as here. So that means your risk is only like 1, but your reward could be 3 times or 4 times or 5 times. And then when the market is down to this point, so when everybody is chasing after it, you actually extract yourself by getting out of it partially. And then you repeat the same step again. Let the market goes up, you do not do anything. Let the market hit a peak, you do not do anything. Only when the market comes down, then you do yourself a favor to enter the market. So we do not beat the boys, we do not front run the boys, we do not try to even predict the boys. Now, all this predicting, beating the market, stop hunting itself, to me itself, right, it doesn't really work. Because why? You're putting yourself in a position that you must be better than the boys. Now, I'm so sorry, guys. If we are going to be anybody better than the boys, then I will tell you that we will be in the top ranking, we're in the billions of dollars, and we will not be where we are today. So if you want to believe in yourself that you can actually be alongside with the boys or trade with the boys, then this strategy will make a lot of sense. Because later on itself, when I'm doing my sharing, right, you will get to understand why am I able to see the market 1 or 2 days beforehand. And the thing is this, when we see 1 or 2 days beforehand, we are in a very preparation mode. We will know what to do. So when we are supposed to short, people will ask us, are you crazy? Are you nutcase? But to us itself, we are fully prepared. That is the biggest difference between us, the TWB students, versus the public members. That's why we are able to short the NASDAQ 2 days ago and enjoy the ride these 2 days. While people now is looking to short the NASDAQ now and looking for it to go down lower, we are already in a very comfortable position. And we're already making money. So that's why people will not, we don't need to really be bothered whether the market will go where next, you see. This is so important. So traders, you must understand where we're coming from. Okay, got it? All right, so since I see you all agree, Alison, Janet, Chun Kiet, Richard, Susan, Lian, Su Xiang, and Jerry, Anthony, all of you agree, right? Fantastic. All right, very good, excellent. Let's continue, yeah? Okay, so because why we need to tell about this? Because people have been asking me this morning. Since this morning itself, I've received some messages already. Now, yesterday itself, during my MAO session with my own student, okay, you can see that it was done yesterday. Sorry, it was done on public. Yeah, yesterday I forgot. Yesterday we do it on live on the Trade with the Boys Facebook page. Now, yesterday when we were looking at the NASDAQ, remember NASDAQ, yeah, yesterday? So NASDAQ itself at the time was trading at 14,798, right? So I said a very important thing. There's a very important number with the watch out for, and that's 14,758, okay? This number is so important because if the market actually breaks below 14,758, the market will go lower. Now, this is what I shared with you yesterday. And I gave a number. I said that the number will be, if the market goes down, it will go down to 14,500. Now, I was very specific and I draw the number. I basically draw the line there and I underline it itself. And I asked you guys, do you remember this? So what happened is that what happened yesterday, take a look, everybody. The NASDAQ really fell. The NASDAQ, okay, really fell. You can see over here. This is where we were talking about yesterday at the start. And then the NASDAQ really came down all the way and closed below 14,500. Now, that means that the current price right now is 14,474 versus the NASDAQ target was 14,500. So that means that, right, from the time when I called for it a sell and I predicted 14,500, that's almost a 300 points target range. So 300 points. So think about this. It's not just only like, predicting Microsoft will go up or Tesla will go down. I gave you a target. I tell you a specific number and the range is pretty sizable, right? And of course, that's 300 points. So think about this. If you do one single contract, you will make $300 US. You do a 0.10, right? That is a regular contract. You make $3,000 last night. And that is where students actually start to make money. Now, let's take a look itself. You can see that itself, right? Over here. Okay, hold on it. Hold on, there's some error here, I think. Okay, sorry, I think there's some error here. Well, give me a minute, there's some technical error. Give me a moment, please. Okay, wait, I think there's some error. Never mind, it's okay. Yeah, left it somewhere else. Okay, never mind. Okay, so that was how it is yesterday when the market was coming down. Okay, all right. So of course I was pretty spot on, yeah. So if you think that I was spot on NASDAQ, please key the word spot on NASDAQ for me. Okay, that means that you are giving me a validation that you know that I was spot on for NASDAQ yesterday. Okay, now yesterday I was spot on not only on NASDAQ, I was spot on a couple of stuff yesterday. The Dow Jones, S&P, the Hang Seng, and quite a bit of stuff. So I'm pretty happy yesterday because some students, they actually profited quite well and they actually text me and thanked me for everything, and I really appreciate that too. Okay, so if you want to confirm what I say, you can go to Trade with the Boys Facebook page, right? 6th of April itself, right? You can see that, right? The day we did it, and it's a full viewer of it. This video is already available, and more than about 600 people actually watched this video. All right. So that means that if you basically want to challenge and say whether did I say the right thing or did I really bluff my way, you can actually verify this immediately on Trade with the Voice Facebook page. It's all there. Okay. And of course, if you want to, if you don't want to go to Facebook because you don't have a Facebook account or you just don't want to get involved with Facebook, don't worry. Every 3 days to 4 days, we will upload the last MAO 3 days ago and onto our Trade with the Boys YouTube channel. Yes. So you can see that, right? We actually upload, we actually upload our YouTube, our MAO every single day. We give about 3 days to 4 days for us to do all the admin stuff, write stuff, uploading. It's not that simple because we need to extract the video first, then do some editing before we upload. Kind of a lot of work itself, right? And of course, now Susan is helping me quite a fair bit on this also. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for all your validation. Yeah, really, I really appreciate it. Because to me, all this thing all this thing itself, right, only tell you that I really put in a lot of effort to make things happen for all of us. And the only thing is this: what's stopping you now is to profit from it. Because if you get my view and you are my student, you will know why am I calling for sell and buy. Then of course, if you are able to follow it and you think that if this guy makes some sense, then you just trade and make money. And for those public members, when you are seeing this itself, right, of course, what you can do is that you can actually consider to follow. If your technique and my technique happen to be in line, then just make money together. Now, if your technique and my technique is calling for different things itself, then you just do a bit of reservation and see whether which one comes better. I may be wrong. You never know. All right. So you can see that pretty cool stuff. Yeah. All right. So the thing is this, FYI, just to remind you guys once again, that the 24th of April event is definitely confirmed. All right. The only thing is that because our poster is not going to be out until this weekend, So that's why people have been texting us, calling us, stuff. But don't worry, we have those people who I want to join. I'm very sure Susan has already contacted you. I think about 40 of you guys have already made your reservation already. But don't forget itself, right? You have to bring another friend to join this event. Now, this is mandatory. It means that, right, you cannot come alone. You must bring a friend. Now, it can be your husband, it can be your wife, it can be your girlfriend, your boyfriend. It doesn't matter. There's a reason why we want you to come in pair. There's a reason for that, and we will share with you more on that day. So I'm going to be telling you upfront here, ladies and gentlemen, you must understand this. This is a house rule. If you come all the way down to the hotel and you're only one person, then you will not be allowed to enter because we will have to bind you down in a way. We'll give you a very nice little thing. So this is a door gift that will give it to you when you have your friend with you. Okay, you need to have that. So if you don't have a friend on that day, then you will not be able to enter the venue. All right, this is going to be very important. I know that some of you may be complaining and not happy about this. I'm very sorry for that as well. There is a reason for that. So this is the house rule. This is the management rule. So kindly bring a friend down. Okay, like I said, a friend, he or she may not be they may not really enjoy financial talks. It's fine. Like I say again, there will be a very nice store gift to you, and there's a very, very big prize. Very big, literally. When I say big, it's really big. Okay, big prize to win on that day. And who knows, either one or two of y'all may actually walk home with a very, very big prize. It's really big and heavy. Trust me on that. Okay. All right. So seriously, this is very important. Take note of that. Yeah, you must register, of course. Okay. All right. 24th of April is a Sunday. Take note of that. Yeah, 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Singapore time. Okay. So the pre-booking already hit 40% already. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the US share yesterday, and this is how crazy and why the market is so jumpy yesterday. Yeah, the market itself was going nuts yesterday. The market itself was sideways. Then after that, it went up, bring down, bring up, bring down. I'll tell you more about this later through some animation. You will definitely enjoy that. Okay. So what happened to the stock market itself, right? You can see the NASDAQ lost another 2%. Now, I've been telling you guys to be very careful about the NASDAQ. Again, my point is this. The NASDAQ recently went up was because there was some buying due to the when it's oversold. Okay, it was oversold and there was some buying, and some funds received some money and they went into go into a splurge. But you must understand that technology company will definitely be hit when interest rate factors comes in the picture. And of course, if let's say now there'll be more tapering, more QT, quantitative tightening, then technology company will not get it any better. So that's the reason why I share with you guys to be very careful on this. The market may actually come off on the NASDAQ. And of course, this is what happened. Let's take a look. Now, the stock fell for the second time as rates soars to new height after the Federal Reserve gave more guidance on how fast it wants the tightening monetary policy to fight inflation, raising concern that it may slow the economy. So it's a warning to anyone who thinks the Federal Reserve is going to be dovish in the fight against inflation. You are absolutely wrong, okay? So in short itself, right, in the Federal minutes, they actually says it will shrink its balance sheet by $95 billion per month. Now that is pretty fast. The minutes also show the central bank will constrain larger rate hike than the usual 25 basis point. So obviously we're looking at 50 basis point. So all these are important stuff. And of course, the Treasury yield jumped to 2.65% on Wednesday. And of course, when the news came out, it dropped to 2.4. That is expected. Yeah, it's expected because the market itself getting a bit worried. But still, end of the day is that you must understand a 50 basis point in May and June is really likely going to happen. And this is going to pressure the market quite a fair bit. Yeah. So let's look at the US market first. The US market, pretty simple. You can see over here, the US Dow Jones, when it opened itself, right, when you look at it, when the market opening price is here, take a look. When the market opens, it's already below P2. Can you tell me what should I do? When the market, based on when all my students, they know, right, when the market opens and it's below P2, what should we do? Please key your answer right now, all my students. So this is where it gets very interesting, whereby students actually knows what happened. That means that they know that they went for the class, right? They know that once the market opens, and once the market opens below pivot 2, no matter what they are thinking in their mind, no matter what their friends are talking to them, no matter what the mainstream media says, no matter anything else, straight away they have only one strategy that will come to their mind. What would that be? Please, all my students, if you're around, kindly text that strategy right now. Okay, so I want to see you guys typing in and let me know what you're going to write. Okay, so I get to see some answers already, and the answer is Ray Young. Every CCYR sell. Yeah, Richard Ang says sell. Not the full answer I want. This Anthony says that every CCYR is a sell. Yes. Kareem, CCRY sell. Wrong. I put a sad face on you then. Okay, Dennis, every CCYR sell. Every CCYR sell. Janet, you're right. Below OP, CCYR sell. Jerry, your answer is lovely. Very good. And Stephen also says that every sell at every CCYR. Right. So other than Karine, probably it's a typo error. Yeah. Or maybe she misunderstood. Okay. The answer is every CCYR sell. Yes. Every CCYR is a sell. Yep. Okay. So if you have done that accordingly, it's all right. You probably get the answer. And of course, what happened? Of course, people will know that the mortgage everything to sell during CCYR. Lian. Okay. All right. Now let me explain this again, guys. Now the KSI is green in color, but it's down tick. That means that the buying itself is weakening, though it's still a buy. But because pivot overweighs everything, and that means that if the market opens, when the market opens below pivot 2, right? Once it goes below OP, very important, it must go below OP. Once it goes below OP, then the answer will be below OP, CCYR, it will be a sell. Okay, that is the answer that I'm looking for. Every CCYR below OP, it will be a sell. Okay, that is the main thing that you must have, right, to get it correct. So you don't need to mortgage everything, but you just need to follow. Okay, let's take a look, everybody. Now, okay, so what happened is this: when the market opens already, the opening price is the white dotted area, as you can see. Once it goes below the OP, CCYR is a sell. See, the market really go down, but it was a bit early that time, right? But because it's below OP trade, it's considered a classic trade. Below classic trade itself, right? I mean, during classic trade, you don't need to wait for GTH hour, but of course, you wait for it, it's even better. Now, I can tell you this: no one in the world will draw pivot line like this, right? Who the hell will draw 2 pivot line on top of the market? Now, normally pivot people draw is like the market's like this. Then they draw 2 lines like that. That's called pivots. But the pivot that we have is very different, right? It's so different that we don't draw that way. So what we need to do is just follow the rules. So you can see now, look at the star. Oh my goodness, the star was perfect. A star means that, right, this could be the high of the day. Imagine a system can be able to tell you this could be the high of the day. That means that when the market is trading, right, when the market was moving upwards itself, you see a star. And the star will come out the moment this candle completes, and the trader just need to do 2 things: draw a line at the high and a low, and line at the low, and that's it. If the market goes below the line, it's a sell. So now we combine everything. This is the OP of the day. This is the pivot 2 of the day. So below OP, below pivot 2 is already a sell by itself with a CCYR, and then we have a star on top of it itself. So guys, what should we do here itself? Come on, guys. What should we do right here? Tell me. What should we do at this point right now? Think about this. Come on. This is really a giveaway. Guys, you really must understand, every other 2-3 days, we will get a classic trade. All you need to do is to follow whatever you learn and practice and make money from the market. So guys, what should we do over here is below OP, below pivot 2, right? And someone got a star over there, the latest feature for version 5.08. So what should we do, guys? Let me know. Key your answer right now. I want to see some crazy answers if I can set to see them. All right. Okay, waiting for the answer to come out. Sell, yes. Short the market, yeah. We should look for short the market. All right, so that is where we will short the market. Okay, and immediately the price plunged right down to KTR -1. And after that, okay, then what happened? It's a bomb here, right? So what happened? When it's a bomb itself, just put two lines at the high and the low. And you remember this, unless the market goes beyond the RL line, right? You've not itself, right? The market will likely be going down, and you can see it really happened. Oh my goodness. So again, this shows it very clear, right? Well, very good, Curry. You got it correct. And Sui saying, okay, you don't need to sell every KTR. You just sell at every CCYR enough already because it's a classic trade. And of course, the market really go down. You got my point? Fantastic. So this is how we trade for a living, guys. We just have to follow the system, trade according to plan, and this will work wonderfully, guys. Well done. Then, of course, what happened? A bomb appeared at the back end, and then this way you draw the two lines. You notice that the market now become a support. You see why the market become a support? You notice that because the two lines on the bomb has activated on this, and that's why the market couldn't go down. And that's the reason why when the FOMC minutes came out, right, the market straight away plunged up, okay, push up all the way very strongly because of that. So now you can see why there's a support resistance in the market and every different angle, right? Now you can see why is that so. So through the system itself, things will get very clear. Okay, got it? Excellent. Okay, very good. Let's move on. So, but gold was really a real one, a patient tester, right? Now, gold, do understand this. This is crazy, guys. This is really crazy. Okay, look at gold. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So do note the gold has been 15 days consolidation, all right? 15 days consolidation. So to some people, they feel that this is crazy and you're giving up on gold. Now, to me itself, right? To me, this is just got me started. To me, it's all right. In another about 10 days or so, I believe that gold will either shoot up all the way this way or gold will be going down this way. Okay, either one of them very soon. All right, I'll share with you more later when I'm doing the TA part. All right, because now already 15 days and passed and the market is still not really moving at all. But if you look at it, right, the KSI has turned green in color and the blue bars are kind of retracing here. This is actually pretty bullish. This is pretty bullish for the market. That is the reason why I'm saying this, okay? All right, so of course, bullish, and how come the price not going up yet? Well, you must understand, the US dollar is still going up at the same time, so it's pressurizing it. So even gold wants to go up itself, right? But the dollar is so strong, it's pressing it right now. So that means that if end of the day itself, when the dollar actually get a bit weaker, right? Or something catastrophe happen, then this will really pump the gold price to ridiculous level. This is very important information, yeah? So you do not want to miss out later when I share about the Ukraine thingy, because that will really help you a lot in the whole understanding there itself, okay? So watch out for that. Take note, yeah? I will come to that. Okay, so with that understanding, now let's see what happened yesterday. It's kind of tough though yesterday. Okay, so for yesterday, the market came down first and a bomb was there. So we put the two lines and you can see the market basically went up a little bit. But when the market goes up, right, you notice that it couldn't stay up above pivot 2, so it came back down again. But very important, the KSI, this is where it happens, okay? Now the day chart KSI is green, right? So that's why now when the market came down, triggered the KTR -1, KCX turns green, everything looks good, this is where you enter the buy. And because the KSI also jump over here, that confirms the buy, and that's why gold goes up. Now that's the reason why when the gold was going up, I called for buying in the group chat, and of course some of us made about $500 to $600 US. Good trade, right? Then after that, when the market came back down, it went below OP and P2. There was some selling, but the market keep on ding dong around the opening price for the most part of the day after that. So that means that, right, if you were trading around this area here, you probably may have to give back some of your gains in between, yeah, but no choice. Because when the market is sideways, that means that the market is telling you that big things coming in, and I think it's a doji day, right? So that means today could be one of those days the market might be moving soon. So traders, you need to watch out for that, yeah. Okay, so yesterday when I was sharing this particular article, right, I was sharing this particular article, but just give me a moment. I think there's some slide that I have for you, but it's been missing. All right, where did it go? Just give me a short moment, yeah. Yeah, I think I accidentally deleted it, probably. Never mind. Let me just give me just 30 seconds, okay? Where did I put? Kind of odd though. Okay, never mind. All right, so what happened is this: yesterday when I was covering this story of telling you about the bodies that was left on the roadside, right? Then of course people will say, some people are saying it's a conspiracy theory because the body is too lined up very nicely and stuff. So today I'm going to cover a bit more on this particular topic. Yeah. All right. So viewer discretion mentioned. Yeah. Okay, so the withdrawal of troops from the outskirts of Kyiv continue to reveal the horror of the Russian invasion. Right, the evidence of the atrocity against the civilian lying on the street of the Bucha has shaken the world. Okay, this is very important. So you can see that around there, what they did was they show you the left side. Now the left side itself is the bodies, okay, and the bodies around the whole street. Now the one on the right side, now this one here is a satellite image, and this satellite image was 3 weeks ago. So what they're trying to say is this: the last 3 weeks itself, right, the bodies were already there. And that means that, right, it's not a conspiracy theory that the Ukrainians actually leave the body there and then tell the whole world. That means that 3 weeks ago, the killing was already done, and that's why the satellite is able to pick it up. Okay, so there's two sides of coin on here itself. I want you to watch closer. Then, of course, you can see that, right, it's showing to you again, this is where the body lie, and this is where it is on the satellite, okay, that was 2 weeks to 3 weeks ago. So it does evidently shows that, right, if this is true, that means the body was there for 2 weeks, and the satellite pick it up, okay? And the satellite pick it up, okay? And you can see that the more bodies are all everywhere scattered, then you can see that the satellite really shows that the last 2 weeks itself, the thing were there. So this actually looks very convincing. It looks very convincing at this stage right now. That means that, right, that means that the conspiracy theories are not correct, because the one on the right side shows that the bodies were there 2 weeks ago. But the only question is this: we all know that human body itself, if you are dead, you cannot be like that in the wild and maintain like this in a good condition. Now the argument from the forum is that because the weather is cold, it's so-called like refrigered the bodies. But okay, I just couldn't buy it, because when I see these two pictures, right, I just feel that, right, something is just rather amiss here itself. Because look at the dog. The dog itself is actually the picture, right? Now, if this is going to be a dead body, because according to the media, it says that these people are riders, and then they're riding it, and the Russian troops just came in and banged them on the head and killed them. So the thing is this: I'm so sorry. As I said again, I'm a very detailed person, right? If you would tell me now that this rider was being hit, all right, it's being hit, right? I'm very sure there should be some blood spilled everywhere. It will not be so nicely laid down in this way. And of course, this dog here itself will not be able to just stay here, okay? Because, I mean, sorry, but if this is going to be a dead body, all right, it doesn't make sense. Unless, of course, this dog belongs to the owner, then maybe it is. But if not itself, right, if this is going to be in the wartime, then this dog itself will likely be feasting on the body, right? Don't you agree with me? So this is where I get a bit more, you know, I know by saying this again, I'm going to be pissing off a lot of people off, but I am a more detailed person, and I cannot see the thing that they are trying to portray. Do you agree with what I just shared? If you agree, please key agree. If you disagree, can you kindly write your reason for that and let me learn something from you? Because I want to know how is it going on, because the mainstream media and the reality of in real life itself is not really, you know, it's not that same, you know. Now, just to share a little bit more by myself, so when I was much younger, when I was 19-year-old, you know, for the fun of it itself, right, I actually, you know, went to one of the local casket to work as a pallbearer. And one of the things we do actually not just carry a coffin, we do more things like picking up bodies. So I do know a bit of thing or two and how body will look like and how will they decay, especially in the openness for some time. And I have friends who actually they also involved in the, you know, when we supposed to when they are supposed to see some scenes in Singapore, and the bodies are there for a couple of days already. They tell me like what's actually happening and stuff like that. So a lot of things just doesn't make sense to me. When I see this picture itself, it just doesn't gel. But these are all the pictures that's available in mainstream media. This is where I just couldn't buy certain part of it. So that's why to me itself, right, when you actually read this mainstream media stuff, right, you have to be that analytical. you need to really look carefully at the whole pictorial of it before you jump into conclusion. Now, I'm definitely sure war kills people. That's definitely for sure. But it's just that a little bit, all right, a little bit here and there. So. Okay, Ray Young disagree. One dog, many bodies buffet. Now this is different part of the pictures being taken up. Yeah, different part. Yeah. Okay. All right. I like the one you like. I like. Everybody like. Okay. I say it's open thing. I am very fine with all this sharing itself. My point is this. Okay, you just want to just. I'm seeing from just on different news. When I was watching this, it's just like it didn't gel to me. Okay. So anyway, Biden's come in and say that okay, it's Putin is a notorious criminal warlord, blah 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 blah, and saying that right, really we have to really do our best. So Biden is really going after the Putin very hard, and of course Zelensky itself, right, is definitely, you know, it really looks like he old like 10-20 years itself, yeah, okay, and of course he's very solid, like his rating itself, okay, yeah. Okay, all right. So what happened is this now, you can see that more people now, the ECB, EU side, definitely they have chased out 30 ambassadors from the foreign side itself. And they really trained down the whole world that anything they do with Russia, we don't want them to be around. So it seems like everybody is coming together to really remove Russia from the rest of the whole world itself. It's kind of getting a bit scary. I'll tell you more in why. I'll tell you more in detail later on, yeah? So you can see now, right? The US is sending really incredible this armory over. Now, there are two types of armory, if you don't know this. Armory to defend means that, right, your job is to defend. When any anti-flags, anti-guns, you know, those stuff, defense. But now the what you call the weaponry given from US is no longer for defense. It's actually meant for what? It's meant for what? Is fight back and go for kills, and this is getting very scary now. So apparently US is sending a lot of stuff into the thing, and not only US, even Australia is coming in as well. Then there's a bit of crappy part. I'll tell you more in shortly. Yeah. So you can see now US has just approved another $100 million, right, in the Javelin anti-tank weapons and training for Ukraine from the US military stocks, okay? And that's about $1.7 billion already. Wow, that's a lot of money. Now you understand why Lockheed prices go up. Okay, let me just bring to you Lockheed prices, just for the fun of it. I didn't prepare this, just for the fun of it, okay? Just for the fun of it. I didn't prepare, but I just my personal view itself, yeah? Okay, let's bring it in. All right, if you think that today's MAO at the moment now is pretty fun, right? There'll be more fun to go. You later on, you hear me say other stuff, you'll be like, oh, what? Yeah, so get your friends come in and listen, okay? Even if they are not trading, they can just listen. They'll enjoy this, okay? This is Lockheed Corporation, New York Stock Exchange. Now, let's take a look. See that? Wow, look at the stock price. Look at it. Come on, man. This is beautiful. Look at the way the stock prices goes up. Look at it, right? Look at the way it moves up itself. Look at the volume, all right? Look at the way it do this. Beautiful, man. Now I'm gonna call this right now. Already, I didn't prepare this, but from the way I look at it, confirm 490 easily. 490. Now the price is 458, right? To me itself, 490 will be the Lockheed price, and the volume is coming down. Now, when the volume is coming down and the price is going up, there's only two reasons for that. One, there could be a pullback so heavy that because of whatever reason, which I don't think it will happen. To me itself, right, because no one wants to sell anymore. That means that no one wants to sell this stock anymore. So the stock had to push up at a very low volume. So I believe that 490 is going to come in about 2 months' time, if I'm actually right on this. Do you agree with this? If you agree that Lockheed will hit 490, by the way, Lockheed is a company that do military weaponry stuff, yeah? I mean, they produces bullets, guns, and missiles and stuff like that. If you think that whatever I say makes sense, key the word Lockheed 490 so that I can see how many of you actually believe in that. Okay, Kai, who's in Germany. Oh, many of you guys many US staff traveling from Germany into Poland. Yes, exactly. Yes, Kai. I've been reading this. Seemingly, right, a lot of US materials, items are going into Poland because Poland is just beside Russia. So that is where I believe that will be the next point. Things may really go in. Fred, war victims are collateral damage, unfortunately. In fact, without Zelensky and the West, this war may not happen, and yet they're acting like good people helping humanities. What a joke. Okay, understand. Okay, thank you, Fred, for writing that. Okay, Ray Young, shortcut LMT 490. Okay, pretty good one. Anthony also put Lockheed 490. Now, Lockheed, in my opinion itself, right, very clear that this stock was already bought up since in January. And you can see the way it's moving itself. They really somehow, probably someone already know what's happening. Can you see that? Look at the volume of the way the share price is going up itself back then. It doesn't make sense. I mean, there's some earnings, yes. Okay. The earnings was very good. You can see it's better than expected, but I don't think that's the main reason. I believe there's something bigger than that itself. So anyway, I'm a guy who like to see things from a very different angle. So of course, some people may like it, some people may not like it. So if you don't like it, please accept my humble apology. Yeah. Okay. All right. This is something that we're here for. Okay. All right. So let's continue. Okay. All right. Like I said, if you like what I just shared now, right, stay tuned because the next 15 minutes or 20 minutes, right, you're going to blow your mind away. All right, a lot of great stuff going to come out into the for today's MAO. That's why I actually want to do it publicly. Okay. All right. So now we see that military power has go in and stuff like that. US want to give more aid to Ukraine and stuff like that. Okay, fine. I can just buy you on, but let me show you more stuff right now. Okay. Now look at it. My goodness, look at the way the T-72M1 tanker. The BVP number 1 IFV. All right, this is this attacking tank. RK-35 Rocketeers. These are all the military power that's going in right now. Now, all these tanks are meant for attacks. I repeat, all these tanks are meant for attack. It's not meant for defense. This is going for it already. This is going to be crazy. Now look at it itself. This is really nutcase itself. Yeah, this is no longer a joke. And the best part is this. The best part is this. Look at the military power. My goodness, this is not going to defend a country. This is going to attack a country. Don't you agree that? My goodness, look at the way it is. This T-72 tanker. This is a very powerful tanker. Yeah, very powerful tanker. Now, I mean, I never like weapons. I never like violence. I never look into tanks. But because I'm covering MAO itself, I get to read a bit here and there. And my goodness itself, when I read the power they have, it's ridiculous. And the scary part is this. The scary part is this, that America now, in a way, have already admitted that they have been training the Ukrainian soldiers before the battle. Oh my God. I repeat, the Americans are in a way admitting that they have been training the Ukrainian soldiers because all these weapons, you cannot like, oh, okay, I give it to you and you can fight. It's ridiculous. You must know how to use it to the best ability. You really need to know how to do it. Now, I'm not in the tank sector side, but I was from radar platoon in my army time, GSMB 36, 37, PPQ, yeah? So I know a bit here and there. So seriously, just to run that freaking radar itself, oh my goodness, we need to go 2-3 weeks of training. And that is still not the best yet. I think I'm very sure some of you guys, gentlemen outside, you guys went through your armories, you are in the tank side, you will know exactly what is this all about, right? So the thing is this, you cannot just send a weapon and expect the Ukrainian soldiers to know what to do, man. And the best part is this, they don't speak the same language, don't you agree with me? So how can they send tanks over without people to know how to run it? If they're not going to send any Americans over, if they're not going to send, then the Ukrainian must know how to use. So the sending a tank itself is a very big question mark in the whole thing already. Don't you agree with that? If you agree, write your statement in the south. As I said, today is going to be fun. All right. Now the thing is this. You see the best part, when they send the tank over itself, the crazy part is this, they even colored the country's flag on it already. Oh my goodness. They colored the country flag. Maybe they already in preparation to give the tanks and whatever. It's not like, oh, okay, from my armory, take 10 go and use it. No, these are, you can see it's branded new and they actually put the coloration on that. Look at the Ukrainian flag itself. Oh my goodness. I mean, seriously, guys, don't you find something is just too BS over here itself? And now I tell you this is a real video, but I don't have time to play it for you. But you do know what actually happened. Now, this is actually showing the how the Russian tanks was moving down the city, okay? And do you know what happened? Apparently, this is only one unit of the so-called Ukrainian tank firing all these tanks down and taking down the tanks one by one, while the so-called Russian troop, they couldn't find where the hell he is. They fire everywhere, blank. Oh my God. When I saw the video, I was like, what is this? So it was just basically the Ukrainian tank was just firing away and taking down the Russian tanks, while the Russian had no idea where the hell he is. They were bombing everywhere, but not attacking. See, you can see this whole area itself is blank. You see this area itself all taken out, right? All these are all smokes. This is very clear to tell you that, right? The firing from both sides is a very big difference between the Russians and the Ukrainian troops itself. Don't you like this sort of stuff? Right. Me think about this coming from a financial blogger, financial video or YouTuber. I mean, financial trainer sharing such stuff with you. Don't you find it's very cool stuff itself? Like, you know what? You don't even see this in mainstream media. Of course, all right. I really went to take it for you. Of course, whether they exaggerated it now, but we can see it's really real video. The firing, I can see the arty fire. My God, it's really different. That's why I can tell you this, my friend. Okay, it's just a matter of time. I believe that this war is going to end very soon. Yes, I will say this. This war will end very soon. There will be one move that probably the Ukrainian will do X++, and then they will just end it off one time, once and for all. I don't know when would that be. Just mark my word. Yeah. Okay. So this is what's happening now. You can see this is statistics accordingly. So the Russian have lost how many people? Let me give you an example how to read this, okay? In short itself, right, the Russia have lost apparently 18,000 soldiers according to this, okay? That means, but what the numbers on top are, these are not the losses. These are the number of troops that the other country has, all right? So that means the Russian troops, they lost about 18,000 troops, and tanks they lost about 647. Right, in Poland itself got 880 tanks available. So different, this is available versus lost. So that means that right now Russia have lost about 647 tanks, and they have lost about 147 planes. While France, Italy, Spain, they have easily about 500 planes available. My goodness. This how to win. How to win, my friend. This is really ridiculous. So this is what actually happening right now, and I mean this is terrible. Okay, so all I can tell you this, guys. Okay, this is really nuts. Okay, so in my opinion, it's all right. Either Putin is going to launch one campaign so big, so huge that it's going to freak everybody out, or if not, it's all right. Very soon the attack will come in, and that's it. Russia will be pushed out. Russia will be retreating now, and that will end the war already. Okay, so watch my word and see what I have to say. Yeah. Okay, so now we go to China. Why about China? Because China also have a very interesting policy there. Now, China defended their policy of separating COVID-19 positive kids from parents. This is ridiculous. How can you separate the kids? And the kids that are being separated are below 7 years old. My God. So after a lot of attacks from everywhere itself, finally Shanghai allowed parents to stay with a COVID-infected kid. Now, the policy is this. If you as a parent is infected with the virus and your kid infected with the virus, okay, you guys can stay together. But if your kid is infected but the parent isn't, then no choice. The parent will be separated from the kid. But the kid itself is any kid below 7 years old. Below 7 years old. So now, this is crazy, and I didn't make it up. You can see this. If the child is younger than 7 years old, those children will be receiving treatment in the public health center, and this is sent by Wu Tianyu, an official from the Shanghai Municipal Health Commission. Okay, so it's real stuff. Yeah, it's from China News Asia directly. Okay, but then this is something that they did not share you, obviously. Now this is how the kids are being placed. All right, and this is not the end. This is where it is. Tell me, my friends. Does it look anywhere that they are siblings to you? Does it look like any way they are siblings to you? this is actually very sad. I mean, I'm a father myself. Imagine that if you were to see kids, they are being put in this way because they are doing, it is not enough. And then after that, right, they're all different from different parents. I mean, every kid is very unique, especially when they're young, right? Some kids will have rashes. Some kids don't eat certain food. Some kids will need certain parents to be around. Some kids, they will not go to sleep at daytime, nighttime, or in the mid morning. There are so many variation and permutation. I think every parent will know this. But if you put the kids all together at the same place and they are not sibling at all to begin with, I don't know lah. To me, it's all right. I can understand why China want the zero COVID strategy to be done, but I can tell you it's impossible, right? How many countries have tried to do this zero COVID strategy and it didn't work? So what made you think that it will work this time around with you? This is really, really insane. And now the reason why now we can see why Shanghai is at this position right now. I mean, if this is the policy they can think of, it's all right. This is really ridiculous how to solve their current situation. So I can tell you this. Again, this is not available on mainstream media. Yeah? It's really come from things that you don't get to see. So once again, guys, if you think I've done a pretty good job itself, right, give me a thumbs up on this for my little good investigation move on getting new stuff that you really want to see. So MAO itself is not just only market analysis, all right, or just outlook. There's more stuff, and I want to bring you more stuff so that you can feel that actually there's a lot of things that you must see from another different angle if you really think that it's good. Okay, if you can, do me a favor, give me a bit of comments right now. Let me utilize it, and let me just show my wife and my kids and say they see Papa every morning do all these things. My people actually enjoying this. Okay, but of course, if you think I wasted our time, I'm very sorry. I apologize on that. Yeah, let's continue. All right, now the Japanese central bank says that, right, they are very worried for the yen to cross 130 yen. Okay, let me bring the chart right now for you. Yeah, let me just show it to you. What does it mean? Okay, JPY, here we go. Okay, so you can take a look. Now the JPY, the dollar yen, has risen. Now, just a month ago, just in March alone, yeah, March alone, the yen has from 114 travel all the way to 125 area. Now that is a very big jump because if you must understand this, right? This yen has been sideways for the longest of time. Suddenly now it just go up. So you can understand why this definitely comes because of the influence of the dollar. But the thing is this, don't you find that Japan is actually pretty pro-US? That's where the money comes. You see, a lot of things in life, if you actually look at it carefully, you will know how it actually works. Right, thank you very much, Susan. Thank you, PH Tan. Thank you, Kai, for giving that validation. Really appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so the Bank of Japan, this guy says that this is the guy, Mr. Yen. Mr. Yen, he's a famous guy. He says that this is going to be, excuse me, this is not going to go good. And if this is going to continue above 130 itself, right, this will create a big problem. And I totally agree with this. So do note itself, if anybody asking me, is there be a trade in the near term, then watch out for the dollar yen at 130 area. Maybe from 130 area itself, the market might be coming down. So watch out for this dollar yen at 130. This might be a level for you to look to short. Thank you, Kelsa. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Kai. Thank you, PH Tan and Tim. Thank you, Susan. All right, now Yellen also warns that the war in Ukraine will have enormous global economic impact. We all know that, that's for sure. Just look at it itself. We all know that the money spent, they should spend the money on better things, but doesn't matter. Anyway, this is happening right now. So Yellen is saying that business can't be usual because of what's happening right now. Of course, you are now sanctioning entire Russia away. Then you are technically making sure all the diplomats move away. I mean, that means that whatever they've been built over the last 30 years since Soviet until now is going to be thrown out of space. And this is not going to be good. All right. And of course, if there's going to be any penalties against Putin children or their relative or the previous prime minister, all these will hit the market. Yeah. A lot of things in the market really needs you to understand this. All right. So before we go to the charts now, let's look at some important alternate market news. And this is where I want you to understand this. Now, Fed official really plan to shrink it by $95 billion a month, and the meeting has talked about it itself. So you can see in general, right, $60 billion in treasuries and $35 billion in mortgage-backed securities will be rolled off. Okay, but this is actually much higher than the last one. So the last one, if you remember this, when it rolled off itself, right, the stock market initially came off first, then it rallied, then the real selling came in 2018. So there is a good chance that this might actually repeat. So now if Federal Reserve is telling you that they're going to do this and you expect the stock market to go up, right? It doesn't make any sense. It's just that because the last time it was a 25 basis point, there was some buying previously, it just only get the market started. But the real thing is that now the big one, the big RTs, the big problem is going to come in very soon. So what do you think will happen to the US stock market? So let me explain to you what happened yesterday. And that's why it gives a lot of people off, okay? Right, Kai, yes, indeed. If China ever really go to full lockdown itself because of whatever reason, the whole world will get it big time, I tell you that. Okay, so first of all, before the news, this is crazy. Now, before the FOMC news, right, you can see the time, the thing is this is where 2 a.m., was, okay, 2 a.m. So 2 a.m. was where the news came out, okay? So you can see how crazy and how manipulative the market did. Before the news came out at 2 a.m., the FOMC minutes, the minutes is at here. Okay, you can see a timeline. Right, the market just go up by itself as if there's some leakage. So some people come out of nowhere and and get some detail that they didn't have it or they have it, and they pump the market up. So a lot of people got frightened themselves, went in to buy over here. Yes, they went to buy, thinking that they may know something that people all don't know. So a lot of people just jump in to buy. My question mark is, why should you be buying? It's below OP, below pivot 2. All right, it's a sell, right? Remember? Yes, but people buy. So what happened now after they purchase it itself? Oh my God, when the news came out at 2 a.m., when the news came out itself, straight away, the news came out and expect that there will be more QT coming in and there'll be more interest rate hike, right? Straight away, wow, the market just plunged. The market just bang, come down all the way. Okay, the market just come down. So now everybody says, shit, they are being conned here itself, right? They say that, okay, no way. So when they compared the minutes and compared what happened in 2017 to 2019, they noticed that this time now the numbers are much higher than the previous one. So everybody began to sell, okay? They began to short the market, they sell, they cut their losses. So actually at this junction here, looks not bad, yeah, you're following the market. But after that, that's not what happened. Oh my goodness. Straight away, when everybody turned short and thinks that the market is going to go down, right? The VIX shoot up, right? The VIX shoot up. When the market was coming down, the VIX shoot up by almost 10%. So everything looks good, confirm sell. Then suddenly the market just shoot up all the way. Oh my goodness. The market just shoot up all the way. That means that, right, when the bottom here itself, these guys, really, the boys, really pure, all right, came in and buy up and they push it higher than before the news. Oh my goodness. Now, in case you guys don't know what this one means, okay, this is actually, it's WTF, okay? All right, in Chinese in a way. All right, so of course, so a lot of people chase after it and buy back. They went to double buy and buy more. They think that, okay, maybe the news is so bad. It's not so bad. Now, why would the market went up back then? It was because there was some news saying that, look, well, if that is the case itself, right, that means that even they were actually saying this, trying to say that, okay, look at it. Now, even they do $100 billion, now from the entry from the Federal Reserve until today, it's about $4 trillion. Even the taper itself, right, this $100 billion, $95 billion per month, it will take at least 4 years before they can finish this QT. Now, I'm very sure next year the chance of recession is high. So they are saying that because of that, there's no way this QT can finish. And because of that itself, right, there will be more QE instead than QT. So that's the reason why when they say this itself, the stock market just shoot up all the way and everyone just chase in to buy back their position. Wow, imagine that if you just traded this way, so I'm pretty sure you go crazy, right? But is this the end? No, this is not the end yet. Oh my goodness, this is not even the end yet. So at the highest point itself, everybody jump in to buy and think that the market is going to go up already, right? Okay, then the market sell down again. Oh my God, look at the way it sell down again. All right, I think that basically you're going to go crazy. I think you're going to go really crazy. Either you're going to vomit blood itself, or you behave like this guy who needs resuscitation, okay, because you really think that this is crazy, or you may be doing this, you really puke blood. So this is what happened last night. It's really nuts. And I was watching the forum itself, I was laughing away. My point is this, guys. That's why you need to have a strategy. If you're just going to see the market and jump in, jump out, you're going to be killed. For me, yesterday it was very simple. Above, below BOP, below pivot 2, CCYR, just sell. You don't need to jump here, jump there, jump everywhere. This is something that you don't need to do. And of course, this was what happened yesterday. Crazy, crazy stuff. So now Jim Cramer says, resist the urge to sell everything. Jim Cramer says, don't sell, okay? Warn investor against selling. He said that this is a mistake to sell. Things also get difficult, but it's okay. There's no grave systemic risk. All right, even Federal Reserve, although they have rises dramatically, it only will help. And he said that, right, even you sell off now, right, it's not worth it. He said that this is actually a bull market and a bear market together at the same time. So you should be confused already. So, but still advise investor not to panic. And tell investor you can sell some, but not all, okay? And you can see that he explained why investors should not sell all their holding in this market, all right? Now, the thing is this, Jim Cramer, can we trust what he said? Do you think that Jim Cramer's words is correct? We shouldn't sell, or should we sell? All right. I want to see your comment right now. Now, to me, is that, sorry, I think that Jim Cramer will be wrong this time. I believe that this is a good time to just sell and then stay out, wait for the market to pull back significantly, then go in to buy. I repeat, I'm very bullish in May and June. I tell you guys, when the market do come down to May to June, look out for buy signal. I already tell you that, and I'm very specific with that itself. And I was just telling students just now also the Hang Seng itself, right? The market will go up first, but then after that, most likely there will be some profit taking. And now I just see the screen, the market is down by, from the highest point down by 300 points already. You see? This is what it is all about. Yeah, so I don't think Jim Cramer will be correct. And he suggests that, right, this is actually a short-term volatility. He believes that, right, the market will bottom soon and rally by Monday. Wow, he knows it, huh? So Jim Cramer says that from the option pit trader, Mark Sebastian, he believed that the market is poised to bottom out and the rally will come by Monday. So I can tell myself this, I'm going to pit against him, and I don't think so it will be like that. But okay, it is correct. Kudos to him. If I'm correct, it's all right, then maybe, yeah, we can actually next time understand how it works out. Huh? Now, to me, very simple. I'll follow a rules. If the rule call for sell, I'll definitely sell. If the rule call for buy, I will definitely buy. Okay, all right. This is something that I need you to understand. So for him, he bring in this guy called Mark Sebastian. So he says that based on the SPX chart and the VIX chart itself, right, it shows that the VIX and S&P doesn't really move it together. So because of that, that means that likely the VIX is informing you that the market may not be going down soon. And in fact itself, he believed that this will actually go higher. So Sebastian believed that this will go higher, and you think that, right, this VIX movement will confirm it. So the recent high is 4631 for S&P 500 for March 29, and the VIX was 18.9. So when S&P failed to touch a level, you notice that the VIX hit 18.57. So that means that the market went down, but the VIX came down also at the same time, not going inversely. So his point is this, that means that the market, the fear is continuing to subside. So it's not increasing, it's subsiding, which in a way, argumentatively, he's correct. So because of that, he believed that right now, the S&P will go back to 4,700. Now, this is Mark Sebastian. He's the CIO of Cartman Line Capital. Okay, so this is where he is. I think he wrote a few books, yeah, on options and stuff. So I don't know whether it's good for you. I don't really trade much option. I do trade once in a while, but I don't read into them. So I leave it there. So anyway, so he says that no worries, no problem, stuff like that. So let's look at the VIX today for ourselves. Yeah, let's look. Okay, so we do see that the VIX actually really bottom out according to what we wanted. The market really bottom out. It shoot up, yeah, and I tell you 24 will be the first level to watch out for, 24 cash, yeah. So the market hit 24 and it really stopped there, and that's the reason why we have a line at 24. So now it pulled back itself, right? Good, that means that now it's 22. So if the market, if he can actually come back again, go stronger, then this time we may see even 34 already, right? So of course we will need this thing to be done, but do not really, don't really do this like that. Oh, okay, I can't say so. I think that it's very simple. With the stock market now at this point of view, right? Yes, indeed, the VIX is not going as fast as the stock market, so maybe there's some hindering area. But nonetheless, it's all right. If you think the stock market will go down, then most likely the VIX will have to go up. All right, this is something that's important, and this is where every moment counts. Okay. So to me, if you take profit at 24, it's fine because it's a cash market. So if you want to hold with me together, let's hold until my target is 44 to 45. Okay, so that is my target. I know that's still very far away, never seen before, but I'm just waiting for that to happen. Yeah. Okay, got it. So that is what happened on the VIX side. Very, very important. Okay, so Tom Lee says that, right, a bunch of new stock is recommended to play. He says that no worry, he believes that the market is going to be good. So what did he add on? Let's take a look. He basically had this thing called granny shorts. Granny shorts basically means that when they have high reward and low risk, similar to the simple underhanded foul shot shooting method in this basketball. So I don't know what does it mean. So I'm not going to, I think it's two-hand throw, is it, if I'm not wrong? Okay. Anyway, this is the stock that he added in, Allstate, American Tower Corporation, Broadcom, Crown Castle, Cincinnati, all right, Financial Corp, Extra Space Storage, and Qualcomm. All right, so he added these 7 companies. So if you think that these 7 companies is good to buy, then you can just consider. I think these companies are all pretty decent. They have all really got upside up. So I rather wait for a while and wait for the price to come down first, then I buy, because I still think that the stock market will come down soon, especially the next few days. All right, I can be wrong. So let's see how it goes. Yeah. Okay, so this is where the last slide before we go into the charts. Yeah, you can see now why am I a bit concerned. Now you can see very clearly that the red line is the Federal Reserve potential rate hike, but it's purposely turned the other way around to show you the numbers are increasing. Yeah, the rate hike figure. The green one is to show to you the stock market. So you can see that, right, when the rate hike was supposed to increasing, you notice that the stock market also performing by going downwards. That means that the rate hike increases, the stock market also goes down, right? Only recently in March, the stock market go up by itself while the increment of interest rate keep on rising. It's very interesting. It's just like it doesn't make sense. It makes people think that, hey, look at it. So why is the stock market going up when the interest rate is increasing? Doesn't make sense, right? So when people realize it itself, then what happened? They say that, okay, fine, I'm supposed to sit back, you know, where the thing is. But they notice that the stock market has just pulled back recently. All right, even as the rate hike is still increasing. So now the question is this: is the market now able to come down all the way to meet this point? Now to come down all the way, that means that the S&P 500 must be 4,000 points. Okay, the S&P must go down to 4,000 points, then we maybe can see this happening. But to me itself, right, this is not what I'm here for. All right, because I want to tell you something here. This is crazy. Take a look, everybody. Now, this is the Russian ruble. Do you notice something here yourself? What do you see? Take a look at the Russian ruble and tell me now, right, what does it tells you right in the face? Okay, take a look. I mean, don't tell me a V-shaped recovery, but what is actually happening right now for the Russian ruble? Please take a look. Let me know. All right, so what do you think that why the Russian rubles is going back to before the war? Now, before the war, the ruble was just sideways. And this was where before the war. And then this is on the day the war really broke up. So you can see that the Russian rubles really plunged all the way down to about 120 plus. Okay, it means that for $1 US, it hit 120. Okay? But now look at it, from 120, it's going back all the way to where it came from. And in fact, it's even higher. So the question is this: hey, what happened? So isn't that the sanctions? If the sanctions are in, how come the rubles are recovering so fast? Question one. Number two, if this Putin is buying back the Russian rubles itself, right? Then he have no money. But will he do that officially? No one. So he'll get his son and stuff to do it, right? So apparently now there's a news ongoing here that apparently those people who went from it to go to this China, they are being cut in custody. That means that they are not allowed to actually leave the country to do anything here. But then the thing is that for the rubles to be going up in this way is not right. There's only one answer to this: that somebody is feeding them a lot of money to making sure that it's fair, or because this Putin has already prepared for this war already. That means that he really done a lot of money preparation to make sure that everything looks good, or he has managed to make any anything that make people think that, right, Russia might even win this battle. So to me, it's not right. All these things tells me that something is very wrong, and all we need to wait for is a big movement to come, and then the S&P may really fall to maybe 4,200 if that's the best you can take a look. And of course for this one, the Russian ruble may see up to 70 or 80, sorry, 60 or 70, so that we can actually meet up for our little lunch then. Yeah. Okay. So take a look, guys. This is really crazy stuff, and you don't find this in the mainstream media. All right. Okay. Good. Thank you very much for this morning MAO. Let's look at the charts right now and see what do we have in store for you today from the market. Wow, China has reversed course all the way. Now this morning China was positive. That's why the Hang Seng went up. But now China has reversed course all the way and now it's at the day low. And it's very near to the MA30, right? That means that if the market actually goes below the MA30, we could see further selling down. So traders, be very careful. The market has broke the high and now pull back now. It may create a BMB by end of the day. And if it's going to be a BMB, that means that there's extension that we look out for. It can go much lower or it may recover. But from the look at it itself, most likely it's downside already. Okay, so watch out for this. There should be further downside to come, yeah? All right, no worry and no need to panic, okay? It's just a little sharing here, okay? All right, now let's look at the next market. Look at the US market now, the Dow Jones. Now the Dow Jones this morning itself, the opening price already opened above pivot 1. So by right, above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy. But the only thing is that the KSI is green and it's down tick, right? That explains to you that there will be some selling pressure. So now what if the market goes below the pivot 1? Then of course, then it will be a sell. CCYR sell below OP and below pivot 2, pivot 1 in this case. So let's take a look at the 15-minute chart, a quick one. So you can see very clearly now the trading day, the market opens, there's a star and a bomb, and there's 2 bombs already at the side. So it means that when the market opens, below OP, below P1, it will be a sell. Okay. All right. But of course, if the market tries to go above pivot 1, it will be looking for buy. But you notice that the market never go beyond the OP, and there's a green dot there. And that means that big movement is coming in again. And to be told, the market went below pivot 1, CCYR is a sell all the way. All right, so guys, you understand why, how we trade the market. This is very, very important. And of course, the MA30 has already confirmed it by trading below it. The green arrows tell you that. Yep. Okay. All right, got it. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, let's look at the NASDAQ. All right, by the way, all this thing itself, right? It's very cool stuff. Okay, NASDAQ. Okay, NASDAQ is still coming off a little bit. NASDAQ is still coming off a little bit. My target is still the same, 14,367. So once the market hit this point for NASDAQ, the 14,367, I expect the NASDAQ to rebound a bit. But if the market failed to rebound, the next target is all the way down to 14,064. Okay, all right. Now the thing is this is going to be the next level, but I think that the market hit the BMB should be good enough. So the selling should be looking at to hit 14,367. Now it's at 14,457. You're still about 100 points away from it. Okay. All right, got it. Okay, so that is the NASDAQ. Okay, they do Dow Jones as well. Yeah. Okay. Now Dow Jones is not, I can't remember the I say this, but Dow Jones itself, if it really goes down, the target is 34,035. Yeah, very, very important. If the market really comes down, now it's only 14,370. So if it goes down further, the next target will be 34,035. So that's another 300 points. Okay, so how much money you're gonna make from the market itself, right? It all depends on yourself. Okay, all right. Okay, so this is the S&P 500. S&P 500 has also went below the pivot 1 together all the same way, and it's going to be 44.34. Okay, so that means that now it's 44.64. If the market goes down, it will be 44.34. Okay, all right. KSI is definitely red. So more selling is kind of expected, yeah. Now Hang Seng early morning was up yellow, and then after that now it reversed course, break below MLP, break below pivot 1, and now it's trading way below. So let's take a look at Hang Seng, how it reversed. That's why honestly I would rather trade Hang Seng, and because MAO is something a lot of my time. If I can have time to do my MAO, sorry, do Hang Seng, that'd be pretty cool. So let's take a look at Hang Seng. Wow, look at it. Oh my goodness. So first of all, early morning, there was a star and a bomb. So when the market crossed above the star point, the market goes up. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so once it hit the high itself, you notice that the market hit the KTR +3, and that's where I tell you, don't join the fund. It's been done already. Don't get involved. And after that, the market comes down, right? The market says sell, 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 sell. Or maybe the thing is this. This is pretty clear that the colors only got two types. You just follow the colors. If the color says sell, you just have to sell. If the color say buy, you have to buy. But of course, if you add any more stuff, so you can verify the other owner. Yeah. So guys, how low will Hang Seng go? Well, I really let your principal think about this because it's crazy. Okay, so maybe if you ask me itself, right? Let's take a look at the day chart. Well, from the look at it itself, right, we should have a simple target bought now, and that will be 21,576. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is the thing here. If you're going to go down here, okay. All right. 21,576. Now it's 21,763. Yeah. So it's about 200 points. So there's 200 more points of potential downside. Yeah. And take a look. Okay, this is Nikkei now. Nikkei is coming off. I told you that if the yen is coming off, the Nikkei will also be coming off. So the yen, the Nikkei now most likely will touch this point here. This point here itself is a chocolate bar. At the same time, it's pivot 2. So 26679. So which means that, right? Once the now Nikkei is 26,879, if the Nikkei comes down, it will bring it all the way down to 28,679. Okay. Okay, all right. So that is the thing after crude oil. On DAX first. Now DAX has yesterday really came down. Now DAX really came down to the BNB extension 14,102, and it really came down yesterday. So today I suspect that there will be further downside to 13,842 level. Right, so there will be that because KSI is red in color, likely there's no more party. So that means that it could be a further downside all the way to 13,842. Yeah, it's for 300 points away. Okay, all right. So that is the view on DAX. More selling to come, and crude oil is also having that type of thing because obviously is that this they are looking to looking to press the price downwards. Okay, so the downward price can go all the way to pivot 2. And that's $91.29. Okay, if the market stays up, then the market will have to break NLP, then break the third here itself, break it the pivot 1, okay, $99 to down to 103. But I don't think this will work today. Today, most likely you have more time only for this one here itself on the downside. Yeah. So guys, if you think that the market itself will be going up, you can also consider to do your own research. Yeah. Okay. Anything is all possible. Okay. So I've done the crude oil. I've done this. Let's look at the gold price, the last 4. Now gold price itself has been really stabilized on the side, but today is a DJDD again. So DJDD, the concept is very simple. Above OP buy, below OP sell. You do not need any color change and stuff like that. Okay. So all these are very, very important. So watch out for this. If the market stays below OP, then today the market will be coming down all the way to 100. Okay, so that means that right, if the market is to go down, okay, the gold price will likely be going down all the way to 1912 level. All right, but because I see KSI is green and no blue bars, which blue bars are reducing, I kind of still believe that if the market can stay above OP, it should be able to test this again, 1938 level. Yeah. Okay, now this is sorry, wrong chart. This is silver. Silver is also drifting downwards. Okay, silver is drifting downwards. Okay, so if silver breaks down MLP 24.38.3, most likely it's going to go down to here, which is 24.06. Okay, ending lower, it will be this one here, the 23.83 level. So watch out for that, yeah, traders, watch out for that. Okay, last two before we end up MAO. All right, Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has done a huge sell-off the last 2 days. I told you it will come down. And now there's some bit of bottoming here. It was 42.741 really hit the base, and almost instantly it's going up. And he just tell me that, right, this is going to be good. Right, the thing is this, it's still a KU and SLI, and then blue 2 bars only. So my point is that he has to help himself like that. All right, for Bitcoin, if it stays above 42.741, it will go up all the way. All right, number two, the there you can have seats and you can actually help it out. Okay, all right, so that is the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin already stabilized at 42.741, so likely it may test up again. So watch out for that. Okay, so we have the Bitcoin and the Ethereum all being done. Yeah, to here, or didn't do it. Ethereum, you can see that it's coming off in state compared to Bitcoin. So stick with that principle. Likely chance it will come down to here, and that's 30.052 area. Now, don't lose faith in anything. Trading is pretty difficult, not easy, but as long as you follow rules, you should be able to make money. Yep. Okay, guys, remember what I said about today's market itself. Take note of all the little things that I share. Hopefully, you guys will make money. I will see you guys again tomorrow live. This is Carl signing off. Bye-bye.